Do you want to invest in stocks but you don't know how to get started? Well, you are at the right place. At the end of this video, you will know the exact steps to kickstart your stock investing journey. Now, let's come to the point. How to get started? First, learn the basics before you jump in. Second, decide who you are. Are you an investor or a trader? Third, open a demat account with the broker of your choice. And at the last, learn the basic rules of investing. Stock market is not rocket science, but it's not easy either. Just like doctor, lawyer, or engineer, stock investing is also a profession and it requires immense dedication and hard work. Before putting your hard earned money in stocks, you must know the basics. Most of the books or the courses on stock market will teach you why and how to buy stocks, but nobody can teach you which stocks to buy, and you'll have to learn it by yourself. The best knowledge is gained through experience. You can practice by investing in small amount. If you make a losing trade, just learn from it and move on. And once you get the basics down, the next step is to practice emotional discipline and patience. If you want to be a successful investor, you must think like an investor. Now, let's explore the difference between investing and trading. Investing is buying and holding stocks for a longer duration, that is, more than a year. Since it's for long term, it is less risky when compared to trading. In case of investing, we will focus only on the fundamental strengths of the company. If you opt for long term investment, then you are an investor. On the other hand, trading is for short term. It is quite risky. It focuses on the price fluctuations of the stock. If you buy and sell stocks in the short term to make some immediate money, then you are a trader. There are two types of trading: day trading and swing trading. Day trading is also called as intraday trading. A day trader will buy and sell stocks on the same day. A swing trader will try to make profits when the share price swings. When there is a change in the share price, they will take it as an opportunity to enter the market. They will buy and hold the stocks for more than a day. It is less risky when compared to day trading. Just like music and sports, trading and investing also requires different skills. So the first step is to define who you are. Are you an investor or a trader? Just choose your path today. Now let's see how to open a demat account. We can't directly buy or sell shares in the stock market. We need some intermediaries to help us in the process, and they are called stockbrokers. We must open an account with the brokers of our choice. There are two types of brokers: full service brokers and discount brokers. A full service broker will provide add on services like research and investment advice, but they will charge high commission than the discount brokers. Some of the full service brokers are ICICI Direct and HDFC Securities. On the other hand, a discount broker will not provide any investment advice, and hence they will charge a very less brokerage. Some of the discount brokers are Zerodha and Upstox. In order to start your investing journey, you must have three accounts in place: savings account, trading account, and demat account. Savings account is where you hold your money. Trading account is where you place your buy or sell orders. Demat account allows you to store your shares in a dematerialized or electronic format. Now let's see how to place your first order. Suppose if you place a buy order in your trading account, first the money will be taken from your bank account, and then the shares will be bought in the stock exchange of your choice. Now the shares bought will be stored in your demat account. Before stepping into the complex world of stock market, we must learn to avoid losses by following some basic rules. Rule number 1: diversify your risk. Don't put all your money in one stock. For example, if you are planning to invest in banking sector, don't buy stocks of 20 banks. You can select stocks from different sectors and that way you can reduce your risk even if a sector is not performing well. Never invest more than 5% of your total investment in one stock. For example, if you have 1 lakh rupees in your hand, don't invest more than 5,000 rupees in one stock. Rule number 2, do some research. By analyzing a company's fundamentals, we can find out whether it is priced more or less than its original value. We can also predict the future sales and profit of the company. So it is best to do your research before investing in a company. Rule number 3, set a target buy and target sell price. Once we know the value of a stock, we can decide the price at which it is worth to buy. It is the target buy price. Similarly, we can fix a target sell price to sell the loser stocks in our portfolio. Now, the fourth rule is to analyze the earnings report of the company. After investing your money in a company, you must do some regular follow up. You will have to check the earnings report, which will be released by the companies every 3 months. And with the help of that, we can reset our target selling price. For example, if you have shares of Infosys and the company have announced two earnings report in which they have shown good sales record, so automatically the share price will increase and you can increase your target selling price too. Here are some bonus tips to help you get started. Don't invest more than 35% of your total savings in the stock market. Many of us are already working in one or other sector and we know how the sector performs. So always try to invest in a familiar company in which you have a good understanding. Now to start off, a person working in the banking sector can purchase stocks of the well-performing banks. And once you have gained confidence, you can try exploring other sectors too. You can first test the waters by investing in small amount and then you can gradually increase the investment. Stock market is like ocean. It looks beautiful but it's scary too. In this you can earn as much as you can but you can lose also. So it's always best to prepare yourself before investing in the stock market. Thank you.